Right then, now I haven't done this for a while, but I thought we'd have a little allotment tour. It's January 2019, and the last time I did this was actually in November, so we missed December purely because of the Christmas and the man flu bug. But come on, let's go and have a little look round. So I'll just go a little panorama around, and you can see, you know, it is certainly a lot more naked, should I say, but it's just sitting waiting. But there is things that we can kind of look at and talk about. So right then, come on, we'll go over to the worst. I mean, disappointment for this year is being these Chinese cabbage. Now, I don't know if I was meant to. I've never grown them before, and I was led to believe you could grow them through winter, but if you just look, they're all just being hit, and I don't know whether to pull them or not, to be honest. You know, I mean, I'll certainly feed the compost, but if you have a little good look down, they all seem to be basically hit by the frost, you know. So maybe they'll come again. I'll leave them, I think, just for the sake of it, but really disappointed with them. And if you can see, just sneaking in between, this is my Portugal garlic starting to make its head appear, because I covered this bed in it. So, you know, like planting crops as other crops are kind of coming to the end, I really kind of dig that idea. So now the garlic's going to be coming up while these ones die back. This is my turnips, and we've had quite a nice little selection from there. So you can just see they're just the little white ones, but there again, they're coming to the end now. Probably a few more pickings from that, and that's done. The salad is basically finished there now. Finished, and this bed will be finished once I pull that salad. It looks nice there now, but it's old, you know. It's just there's nothing going in. This is where I had the turnips. And I think it was Bluster Dave probably hit the nail on the head. You know, when I had a bad session with me turnips, and I just think because I was using them before the Christmas meal, and they were lovely, to be honest, but I left them, I think, a little bit too long in the ground, and they just went horrible, to be quite honest. The taste was absolutely foul, and it was Bluster Dave. So a big thank you to Dave for pointing that out to us. Now, this was where I had some trellis, and I've planted, if you remember, some daffodil bulbs in there, and I've got some violas right at the front, just to give a little bit of colour when the spring comes. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there. It will be a trellis, you know, maybe sweet pea or some more beans, but I'm not going daft on the trellises this year. No, low ground planting possibly is the main thing to go to. Right, that bed there, we've got some cabbages, and as you can see, just been picking the green leaves, and everything seems to be lovely there. Everything's going all right. Lots of veg there. Couple of there, actually, that's a nice one over that far corner. Me Savoy cabbages, that's all ready, and we're kind of going through that there now. You know what I mean? We're eating loads of greens there now. Get the fibre in the gut. That's what it's all about. What else is going on? Right, in this bed, as you can see, this is two sets of, and I did put the labels down, I think I have, yeah. And this is me Japanese onions, and they're looking all right. And whether I'll, you know, make everyone go an onion, or just pick them, as I said before, as spring onions. If you look here, got a nice little row there, which is purely crammed together what were the last ones of the packet, and it was just to get some spring onions, you know. This is my winter broccoli. Now, I've put this winter broccoli, I forget where I got it from as well. I bought it as plug plants, and I put half in here and half in that bed that's got, you know, the kind of poor quality Chinese cabbage in there, and it flourished in that bed. But if you have it, we'll just gently turn around. If you have a look there, I mean, it's grown no higher than that, you know. Yeah, we've had some crop and pickings off it, but for quality plant, they just, I don't know what, you know, if it's a different kind of soil structure in here, but they didn't seem to enjoy this bed more than the other one. Now this is probably the main crop at the moment, is the Cavallel Nero. You know, we're really going through that, going hammer and tongs, to be quite honest. And it's just love it, you know what I mean? Just a bit of butter there, steamed, and it's gorgeous. So we've still got a few plants there, and I'm going to pull this. This is beetroot. I think it is the, let's have a look. Oh, it's the, is it Cajua? You know, the Italian dartboard looking one. So that's there, and I think it's finished there now for the winter. I've got, excuse me sniffing, I'm still running, just running a temperature. These are, and I'm going to leave them. I've only got 2 there now. Oh, look at the coming. I was a bit disappointed in them. They are the like purple Brussels sprouts. So I might get like 1 boil up from it, but we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting things. I said last time I was just leaving it here, basically just to have a nice, you know, bit of colour in the garden. You know, it's all about the rainbow, right? The beds, the compost bins there. There's down the bottom of the, I don't know if you can see, right down the bottom there, there's about 50 bags of horse manure. Now I don't know if I've seen someone bringing some up, but that was a few days ago, about 5 days ago. Now there's still a load there. I don't know if they just help yourself or not. You know, I'll certainly help yourself. Right, here's our chard. This was planted probably in August, and that was the main one that probably went in, I think, May. So it was Joyce that told us to kind of just snip that back, and I've done that, and it looks all right. You know what I mean? I might get a little fresh flurry of it next year, you know, or this year, what am I saying, probably April. These are the English garlic, and now I forget which ones I got, to be honest. I can go back and have a look off the top of my head, but they seem to be a lot more vigorous in sprouting up and getting through the soil and putting heads up, you know, and saying hello than the Portugal. And mine, I just got the Portugal off basically off the side of a road, you know, like a little fruit vendor off the side of a road. More in this bed, more of the what do you call it? Yeah, Savoy cabbage. Can you tell I like Savoy cabbage? And that'll last for still a while. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much cabbage you can eat, but these are the beet roots. Now, 2 lots of beetroot, and I planted the seeds probably late July, and I'm thinking I should have maybe done it in the polytunnel, you know, and kept them in the polytunnel. Especially these are the ones, you know, this is the Bolt Hardy, and maybe they'll come, you know, I don't know, but I've liked to have seen a bit more cropping in there than what I would get. We're getting the odd one of the golden burpee now, but we don't eat that much of that one, you know what I mean? It's not that, it's just a bit bland, to be quite honest. So that's that. Now you can see the beds there now are all basically empty, just waiting, you know, just waiting its time there, just giving it a bit of rest, letting the garden just like take a breath of fresh air, or a breath of relaxation, should I say. So I'm not 100% sure what's going in these. You can see up the top there, we've got some more Cavallel Nero in that bed. Leeks in there, they're still going strong. I pulled a couple, they're all right, you know, just mix them into kind of a bit of a stir fry or a soup or something like that. Now I've got nothing in there, but this is the soil that's had the potatoes in, so I've still got one more, and we'll go in the polytunnel, one more batch of potatoes to pick and to come out. But that bed's lovely there now already, loads of good compost. This is my second batch of garlic, and there's some animal, I don't know what's going on, it keeps on pulling the odd one up, you know, and I have to like, and they've got lovely good roots on them there now, so that it's working. But I don't know if it's a fox or something's going, it keeps on digging up my bloody garlic in this bed, little buggers. My Brussels sprouts now, my Brussels sprouts have been fantastic this year. See if I can just show you. Oh, look at all them bloody caterpillars. So they've been really good this year, you know what I mean? I'm kind of really surprised with them, and I'm normally not a kind of that good of a grower of Brussels sprouts, but they've been fantastic. Now on the same day, my dad came up about a week ago, and I didn't know this, mind you, cut the tops off Brussels sprouts and you can use them heads, you know, as like a cabbage and just keep them all nice. So I didn't know that, but, and then someone on the comments mentioned that as well, so I will be doing that to a certain, you know, nice. Apparently they charge £9 a plate in London shops for that. So, you know, them bloody caterpillars. Oh, I'm going to get... Charles Dowding mentioned this stuff that gives them indigestion. You can get it on eBay. So I've got myself it put in my wish list sort of thing, so I don't forget it. So that's what I'm going to use this year, because you just do fight with bloody caterpillars all the time. I mean, you know, we're in January now and caterpillars, do you know what I mean? Are you having a laugh? Salad, like I say, outside salad, they're still all right. I might get a few leaves from there, especially them, the red ones up there. That's looking all right. What else? My cauliflowers in this bed, and they seem to be doing all right. I'm just letting them go. Do you know what I mean? It's keeping everything going. Seems all right there. So I think that's it on this. Don't want to spin around too much, but that's it on the outside. You know, everything's just, like you say, just waiting, just relaxing, just having a little sigh, taking a deep breath, you know what I mean, chilling out. The polytunnel is, well, it's sparse there now, you know what I mean, things are, and eventually, you know, it'll not be that long before I start really pulling everything out to get ready and ramped up for the you know, this season's tomatoes. But as you can see, look at that, man, £1 salad. This is why, you know, if I had that £1 salad like that, out of that green velvet wall hanging, vertical hanging garden that I've just getting myself, that would be fantastic, you know what I mean? You just pop and pick and pick and pick, it would be great. That is some more chard there. That doesn't seem to be doing that much there now, you know what I mean? And we haven't had that bad of temperatures, you know. It's certainly, I don't think we've been below -3. It's always just like -1, you know, in odd times. It's not all the time. So the garlics, because I'm doing some garlic in the polytunnel, as you know, and the Portugal garlic, you can see it there, starting to make it show. And that's the UK one, and I planted this the same time as I planted the outside, and it's all going good there. It's all along there. I did plant some lettuce in there, some Arctic King and some mixed Oriental, but I'm just forgetting about it, to be quite honest, waste of time. And I'm even just letting this rocket die back there now. I'm not bothered about that neither. Basically, this side now it'll be, you know, ready for the tomato plants and the chili plants hopefully soon as well. My last pot of potatoes there, which I've been really pleased with, mind, absolutely chuffed to bits with. I'm going to plant them next time, because I planted them, I think I've got the date on there. Let's have a look. These are the last Charlottes. Was it the 21st of August? Now I might pop them in probably 1st of August, something like that. Just give them a bit longer would be probably recommended. Or that's what I'm thinking anyway, so maybe it might work, maybe not. But it's a little bit quiet in here, you know. I'll just turn you around so you can see us. So that's basically how it's sitting at the minute. It's just sitting and relaxing, you know what I mean? It's done its work last year, and it's just taking a little holiday, you know what I mean? And as you know, no dig. I haven't been doing any digging. I've been putting the you know, starting from round about October, building up again the compost on the beds, you know, just making them. And I know there's, you know, there's not much to do now, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, we are just sitting waiting around, just waiting for the time. So there's still things to, you know, do in the house, get things prepared, but in the garden, I mean, I'm in a little jumper and a t-shirt, you know, it's not cold, but you never know, you know. We've still got January and February, there's still some, you know, you could have some severe little nips in the air, so we'll just wait and see. Anyway, look after yourselves, and I will see you again. Take good care.